How's it going, guys? Bring Up Platoon here, and welcome to another phenomenal game in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition. I will, however, admit very early on in this video that this game is about a year and a half, 2 years old, which means it's going to look a little different from the World of Tanks you and I know now. I can't remember if this was on Xbox One or Xbox 360. I'm pretty sure it was still on 360, but I could be wrong. So, with that out of the way, this is the best game I've ever had in World of Tanks history. In all of my time of playing, this is paramount. This is like top of Mount Chiliad GTA. Phenomenal shit. What's the real mountain that I'm thinking of? The Himalayan mountains? There you go. It's up there. Best achievement in World of Tanks is this game you're looking at right here. You may notice there's no game audio. I had to cut that out because I already had a previous commentary going over this, but since it got so much hate for some reason, I decided to redo the commentary because I did sound like an arrogant ass while I was doing the voiceover / commentary for it. So, in all sense of the word, this is a re-upload, just going to redo the commentary and throw it up. So, let's get right into the gameplay. I'm in my T110E3, my favorite Tier 10 tank destroyer of all time. That's right. And I've had a whole whopping 3 Tier 10s since this time. I've had the Foch 155, the T110E3, which is this, as well as the Jag Panzer E100. Oh, I lied. And also the Waffle E100 and the Grill 15. I think that's all of them. Yep, that's all of them. Okay, moving on. So, I got a really good shot into that IS-7. And the reason this game is just so crazy good to me is not only do I hit a 100% of my shots, which is unreal, but I also get that phenomenal amount of damage, which is, ba-da-bum-bum, 14,500 base damage. Yeah, I know. It's phenomenal. And, it's just... Every time someone gets good damage in World of Tanks, whether they're in an overpowered TD, a medium, a light tank, doesn't matter what tank they're in, it's always, oh, you were facing the dumbest team, or I wish I could play against a stupid team like this and do good and call it great. Well, you know what? I'm proud of this. And yes, the team was kind of retarded, and so was I at some points in this replay. I just gotta say, I can't even say that I don't care what people think because I'm re-uploading it in hopes that I won't get so many dislikes for my supposedly arrogant commentary, but yeah. Just taking pop shots at that T-54 pen, of course. And then there's an M103 out in the open. He's charging for some reason. And wow, this was way back when I didn't even use the full map for the mini-map there. I was using the old compass setup. Oh, that's so funny. Now I can't play without the full map. Oh, how things change. And then I set the M103 on fire because RNG, and he goes down like a ton of bricks. So one of my main concerns in this game is that T-49, because I know that if he rushes me and gets to my side, there's very little to nothing that I can do about him. So I'm just going to keep my eye on him for now, wait for my opportune moment to put a shot into him. I whale the mouse for a good chunk of his health. And of course, the T-49, I'm not sure if he had... Oh my god, this is when the T-49 was a Tier 8 tank. Oh, that's so funny. So many things have changed. But yes, the T-49 has the derp gun, the 152 millimeter, and he's using high explosives on me just to try and whittle my health down, or track me, whatever the fuck he's trying to do with that horrendous gun. And I'm not really too concerned about him, because he's not really moving up. He's staying near that house area so he can stay out of the firing line from people behind me and to the side of me on the middle ridge to my left there. And this mouse, he's trying. He's putting his damnedest effort into trying to delay the inevitable, but he just cannot get past the incredible armor in the front of this magnificent tank destroyer. American tank destroyer. Jesus Christ. And I find the lower plate on him, and once again penning him for the remainder of his health. Loving it. Loving every little bit of this gameplay here. So, I noticed that my friend died in the town, and I'm going to make my push, because if they cap, they all get on that cap, there's very little I can do from where I am. So, I just make my way. I'm loading premiums because I cannot afford to bounce. And I know there's another E3 on the team. And speaking of, there he is. Take him out. Probably didn't really need the premium, but I like that little bit of extra assurance in case I in case I shoot a little high because RNG or dispersion reasons, whatever. And there's another E3. Just praying he doesn't pen me. And if you're having trouble penning the E3, E4, E5, etc., they all have the same chassis. Well, the same lower plate setup. It's well armored in the middle. If you hit the corners of the left and the right, although it seems more angled, it is not. It's less armored. I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing. I don't know what his plan was there, but obviously it failed, and he's going to try and penetrate me, and he tries to shoot my hatch for some reason. Okay. And luckily, the VKB behind me takes care of him, so I can move to a more secure location, so they can't bum rush me, and I get molested from all sides. They actually probably could have pushed forward and done exactly that. Like, I know I got the VK4502B with me, but what's he gonna do? Fire once or twice, and then my HP is all gone. Because I know they're gonna focus fire me. Why wouldn't they? But moving on to the next segment here. What happens now? I still have an APCR loaded. Again, noob mistake. I know. Look at the faggot firing premium rounds. Yeah, I know. I'm outnumbered, alright? I don't have a lot of time to react, and that was my first mistake of the game, was going out in the open and just exposing my side like that. And this E100 is actually one of the more better players on their team, actually doing what he's supposed to, side scraping, except he's not really angling his turret the way he should be. I could have probably moved up a little bit and premiumed through his upper turret, but that's fine. He makes a go at me, and I know if he gets around me, I'm fucked, so I kind of just block his advance here. And I probably could have shot the turret ring there. Didn't want to take that chance of bouncing off the side. There, M46 Patton makes his way around to my left, and once again I get penned by the E100 because I'm being foolish and not really thinking straight. And he's firing high explosives at me, so good for him. So I quickly take him out, and the E100 must have been still reloading, so I just keep moving forward to deny him a better shot at my lower plate. And luckily it pays off, because down he goes with a premium straight to the face. But I cannot stress how proud I am of this game. Like, I've had a few great games where it's like 11,000 damage in this thing, and while I'm talking like it's nothing, once you have a game like this, every other game lower than the amount of damage that you did on your best just seems subpar. Like, oh, I could have done this, I could have done that. And it's really just comes down to what you could have done at the time. It's really easy. Let me just reword that of what I just said. It's easier to be hard on yourself in hindsight than in the actual given situation. Because obviously you're going to say, oh, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I shoot that tank instead of this one? Thereby saving a little bit of my HP. Well, good players know when to risk HP and when not to. And when you get used to that, every little nook and cranny of World of Tanks, when to use your repair kit, when to pop out in the open, when you're safe, when you're not, where Artie can hit you, where are good places to set up ambushes for the enemy team to come at you. Stuff like that. It makes all the difference in the world, and while I didn't use exactly a lot of that knowledge in this game, it was a good game nonetheless, and despite me spamming premium, even if I was outnumbered, I know people are going to bitch about it, so I do apologize for the obscene use of premium rounds that this tank didn't really need that much premium usage, but then again, I had 3 rounds of normal ammunition left, so what do you want? I would rather take a guaranteed pen than like an 80% or 75% chance to penetrate and risk not doing any damage, being on a reload for 12 or 13 seconds or whatever it is on this tank, and then having them surround you because you didn't kill that target. So, I blocked a decent amount of damage too, and I'm just absolutely freaking out right now at what I'm seeing on my screen. I believe my friend said, I don't think I've ever seen that high a damage in Xbox, dude. And I'm like, I know, right? It's fucking crazy. I know. But needless to say, as proud as I am of this, I am going to try and be classy about it and just say that it's not a world record. I'm going to say it's an unofficial record of mine. I have never seen a higher damage game recorded on Xbox One or 360 that has beaten this score. And if anyone brings up the Waffle E100 or Death Star or FV 4005, I'm not even sure if that was out yet at this time, but those are no skill tanks. Fuck you. They're no skill. You sit in the back and you fire around and it magically does 2200 damage per shot. Go fuck yourself. But that's my view on that. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.